So remember back in 2020 when Rockstar announced that Grand Theft Auto 5 was going to be coming out for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S? And they called the whole thing expanded and enhanced. And then suddenly, as we got closer and closer to the release of GTA 5 on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S, they ended up dropping the expanded and enhanced tagline, and they're now just calling it the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions. And we could speculate on that all day long on why Rockstar did that. Many people believe it's because the game didn't really have anything that was expanded and enhanced. Yes, we got some upgraded graphics. Yes, we got some exclusive cars, a few new features, quality of life updates. But I would call that a far cry away from something that is expanded and enhanced. So maybe Rockstar wanted to drop that because they wanted to have fewer or little pushback on the game when it did end up coming out. And one of the other things that Rockstar talked about is that the game was still going to be updated on PC. And that was kind of a big question as we got closer and closer to this coming out. A lot of people were like, okay, is Rockstar going to support the PC? Are we going to get any of this content? And as the game ended up releasing, the answer was no. The PC guys did not get any of this new content, which obviously made people a little bit upset. They want to enjoy maybe not necessarily the graphic stuff because they already have their own thing, but I'm sure they would love how Special Works Auto Shop, some of those quality of life updates and whatnot. And we saw something weird the other day on the Social Club page, because this is where Rockstar has all the vehicles listed, and it looks like they actually forgot to change it, because you guys can see here that there is actually a Pfister Astron Custom, one of the brand new cars. Rockstar quantifies that as coming in with the expanded and enhanced update, and this was actually found on the PC version of the Social Club. So originally, was PC supposed to get the new versions of these games? And I do believe up until recently, and we can see internally in the files, it was still going to be called expanded and enhanced. So definitely something must have happened here right at the last minute. And what makes this entire thing even more weird is now suddenly those pages have been removed, and now instead of it saying expanded and enhanced, it says only on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Wow. So does that mean going forward, it looks like we're only going to have these on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X? Are the PC guys just out of luck here? Now, I would find it hard to believe that Rockstar would just abandon 1/3 of the platforms they promised that they were going to update. So I actually have a couple of theories. My first theory is that, number one, eventually down the line, I would say maybe 3 months from now, conveniently when the discounted price of both of these games run out, that Rockstar will end up introducing this new content on the PC. Essentially, it gives this a 3-month exclusivity on the console. To me, that sounds about right. Or number two, this is just going to stay on the PlayStation 5 and the new Xboxes, but then going forward, like let's say in the summer, if we end up getting a new update, Rockstar will also include the PC to get that update. I don't think for a second PC is just going to stop getting updates. I think there might be something behind the scenes here that we just don't have all the answers to. And I think that actually has to do with the fact that there might be some like money behind the scenes of PlayStation saying, hey, we need to keep this on our consoles for a couple of months before it ends up going over to the PC side of things. That to me kind of makes the most sense, but it certainly doesn't have PC players all that happy, and I kind of wish we had gotten some more communication from Rockstar, because I feel like they didn't do a good job of explaining how this whole thing was going to work. This whole thing has been a little bit weird, going from expanded and enhanced to just wiping that name altogether, saying that the PC version was going to continue to get updates, and now this one has not received an update at all. It makes you wonder what Rockstar is doing, and I guess only time will tell. But that has fans pretty upset at them, I will say. And honestly, I don't blame them, especially for how the PS5 versions and Xbox Series X and S versions turned out, but also how a third of their player base can't really enjoy the new content. So again, as always, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted. Now, a couple of other things I want to talk about in this video today, because it surely does seem like Rockstar was paying attention to the little details, because one of the new features in the LS car meet is Hal's specification program, which means that you can buy someone else's vehicle identically to that without having to go to a website or without having to go to a custom shop. And this is pretty cool for a couple of reasons, because it gives players the ability to, if they see a vehicle, they like it, they want it, they can get the exact same thing. And it's kind of nice because if that person has specific wheels or paint jobs unlocked, they actually get it. So that other player might not have it unlocked, which is pretty neat. And one of the vehicles that players were trying to, see if they could get in particular was the Lost Slam Van, which is the rarest car in the game because it can only be won by spinning the lucky wheel and getting the mystery item, which is already hard enough, and then even a lower percentage chance to get the Lost MC Slam Van. Well, Rockstar thought about that, and you actually cannot specify this car, and Hal cannot unlock it for you. So, unfortunately, that's a little bit of a buzzkill right there. There's no way in which you can, have a friend who owns one, and then that means you get the rarest cars in the game. But anyways, let's move on. A couple of other interesting things. Rockstar actually has a secret thank you page for GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online that hasn't been updated yet. It says the credits for GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online are currently being updated. Please check back soon. Obviously, because there's a new version, there's probably new and more people that worked on the game. And so because of that, they're probably going to have a new credit section coming soon. I just thought that was fun. You can actually find it on Rockstar's page, but it's sort of a secret website that you might not have known about. And a couple of other interesting things. You can actually turn on or off the HSW mods in normal races. So if you wanted to do some races with your friends, you can actually choose whether or not HSW vehicles and upgrades can be applied to the cars and be allowed to race. That's kind of cool. And the last thing is you can actually put chameleon paint jobs on planes. You might not have known that, but you can actually go into your hangar and apply chameleon paint jobs. So it's not just for cars, it's for jets, helicopters, and aircrafts too. I thought that was kind of fun and something you just simply might not have known about here in Grand Theft Auto Online that hopefully the PC guys are able to get soon. We don't want them to be left behind, but Rockstar definitely has pissed off a good portion of the community here. I know you can't make everyone happy, but it just seems like this whole thing has been a hot mess from the very beginning. But I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know about everything we discussed in this video today, your thoughts, opinions, and a whole lot more. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.